Hello and welcome back. This is Andre, and today we are discussing an important topic, and that is you find what you seek, and in order to find something, a prerequisite is to seek it. I will explain why that thing happens from the first principle. But let's take a moment and admire beautiful Bordeaux, and it's a great day outside. Now coming back to the important topic of why you need to seek something in order to obtain it. But most importantly is why you are not going to obtain something that you do not seek. I'm going to start by giving two examples from my life, and then I'm going to explain from first principle why actively seeking something is a prerequisite to obtaining that thing, and more importantly, why you are not going to obtain something that you do not see. I'm going to start with the story of I'm a computer scientist, and I remember that since high school I was literally dreaming of visiting and going to San Francisco because it's the world capital of technology, and I was genuinely wanting to go there, but the time was such that I couldn't go at that time. And this was happening in high school, and I remember that an opportunity came at some point to visit, meaning I found some super cheap flight tickets from London to San Francisco and going back. And that was the key here, is that an opportunity appeared, but it was across years. Like I waited 4 years since this opportunity appeared. And when the opportunity came, I took it, meaning I bought the tickets and then I flew to San Francisco. And later that summer and next year I did 2 internships in San Francisco. The point being, I was, genuinely wanting, was this ambition or this desire was internalized into myself to go there. So I was seeking to go and work there. And the point is, it happened that I also got what I was seeking. I got to go to San Francisco, but I did not get things that I wasn't actively seeking. For example, I never considered strongly of doing an internship, for example, in Hong Kong or in Singapore or in Japan or other places. Like, these were not things which I was seeking, and obviously they did not happen. Another example is going to university. So now I'm a PhD student in machine learning at the University of Cambridge, and I more or less always wanted to go to Cambridge, in the sense that when I applied 5 years ago to bachelor's to study computer science here, it didn't happen. I was rejected. But the desire to go there, for whatever reason, remained. Like, it was internalized, it was a deep thing, it was in my subconsciousness to go to one there. And the opportunity came to apply to go to the master's and then for the PhD, and here I am studying in Cambridge. But the same pattern applies. It was a desire, like a deep desire, not something like I just wanted. It's like I was genuinely wanting it. It didn't happen tomorrow, it happened across time, and an opportunity came to appear. So we notice the pattern. It's a deep desire, it's an opportunity, and then you need to act on it in order to get this thing. And having these examples and the pattern, I want to explain on a bit more theoretical framework why you need to want something, to seek it in order to obtain it. And I'm not saying that you are guaranteed to obtain it, but it's a prerequisite to obtain it. The point is, and the key, everything lies in your constraints. We as humans have constraints. Your mind has constraints in the processing power. You have constraints in the time that you put in. And you also have, because of the time constraints and the processing constraints, you cannot take all the opportunities. So at every point in time, you are seeking some things. You see an internship in San Francisco, for example. That's what you want. At every point in time, there are opportunities which come to you, smaller or bigger opportunities, but there are multiple opportunities. And with the opportunities, you need to do 3 things. You need to observe the opportunities around you. You need to pick which opportunities to pursue, and then you need to act in order to pursue them. And we go back to the idea of constraints. You have limited time, and limited processing capability. So you are going to observe the opportunities around you that fit with the vision that you want, with the thing that you are actively seeking. For example, an internship in San Francisco. The human mind naturally cancels everything which does not align with the purpose or with the vision. And firstly, you are simply not going to observe the opportunities that do not fit with the things that you are not seeking. And then when you decide on which to act, because again you have time constraints, you are going to naturally pick and act on the opportunities that fit to those things that you are seeking. So this explains why you are not going to find something that you do not seek, because you have other things that you are seeking, you have time constraints, so you are going to naturally head in that direction. And this is a practical explanation from first principles, because you are limited, and you are going to observe the opportunities that fit with your vision. This principle of you find what you see or what you seek is seeking you comes in different names in society. Haven't you heard the expression of opportunity comes to the prepared mind? Why does it happen? Prepared mind meanings more or less is seeking that opportunity. And when you seek something, many times it appears. Or have you read or seen the book The Secret? Or there is this book, Think and Grow Rich. All those things means that you are seeking something, like genuinely wanting it, and then opportunities are going to come, but your mind is tuned on the frequency to listen to them and then act on them. And to finish this on a positive line, if we can call it that way, is in order to want something, you need to seek it. And I want to emphasize this point of seeking, meaning deeply, genuinely wanting, internalizing that desire. How to internalize that desire? Ask yourself, why do you want it? It's not like you want something, it's why do you want it? And if you ask 3 levels deep, why do you want it, you are going to get to the point where it's the genuine desire, why you want that thing. Now, that's all for today. And if you want something, you need to internalize the desire. And remember that you are not going to find what you don't see. Thank you so much for watching, and see you from beautiful Bordeaux.